Hey, this is Nat, and we're off our couch in our hometown of Jacksonville, Florida, which means I left the dishes and laundry behind to explore our own city of Jacksonville, or Jax, as many residents like to call the city. And this is our second video exploring cool places to enjoy in Jacksonville, the largest city in Florida, as well as the continental United States by landmass. Since Jacksonville is such a large area, 840 square miles if you're wondering, we'll divide this video up and hop around by areas, just like we did in our 7 great places to enjoy in Jacksonville. The last video we did of Jacksonville, and that video is in the description box if you'd like to catch up. And we'll visit some places you'll see in other Jacksonville videos, and I believe we'll visit places you have not seen in other videos as well. Hopefully, we hope to share something new with all of you as we explore 6 cool places to enjoy in Jacksonville during this video. And as always, because we're all about saving money, we'll talk discounts along the way too. And this is a series. Another Jacksonville video is already in the making, so please subscribe and keep getting off the couch with us as well. Let's go ahead and get started now. We're on the Main Street Bridge. By the way, Jacksonville has a lot of bridges, 7 main bridges that cross the St. Johns River, the longest river in Florida. We're heading into downtown Jacksonville. This is where we also stopped in the first video. We headed downtown to see many of the murals, Sweet Pete's, the Candy Mansion, and the Jacksonville Jaguars football stadium. We're heading into downtown Jacksonville in this video for our first 2 places to check out here, starting with the U.S.S. Orleck. The U.S.S. Orleck is docked on the St. Johns River. It's actually in a different place than it was the last time that we were downtown. Downtown Jacksonville is in the middle, or maybe I should say the beginning. I'm not sure where it is in the process of a revitalization. So things are moving around. So this is in a different spot than it was before. U.S.S. Orleck is located now in the old shipyard, Pier 1, and is a retired naval ship that served the United States during both the Vietnam War and the Korean War, and also served the country of Turkey. This naval ship is named after Lieutenant Joseph Orleck, who was killed in battle on September 9, 1943 during World War II. This is a self-guided tour of this battleship. You are free to walk around and explore the ship as you please. There are signs providing information, and what's really great about visiting this naval ship, in my opinion, there are retired Navy soldiers working on the ship, and they are happy to answer questions and provide information and details concerning what it was like to work, sleep, eat, and live on this ship, and details about naval life in general, which is really cool for someone like myself who doesn't really have a concept of the Navy. I've only been around Air Force. My dad is retired Air Force, and London served in the Air Force, so that's as far as my military knowledge goes. So it's really interesting to see the ship and hear the stories. And the stories are not scripts. These are real stories, so we all heard different stories, different details. And that happened because my cousin is in town with her family. So it's a total of 8 of us. And the ship's passageways are narrow, as you can see. And there are ladders too. So it was hard for us to all stay together. We got separated into 3 groups. And London somehow was in a group all by himself. So we were in different parts of the ship at different times. So once we did reunite, London is telling me things that I didn't hear, therefore did not know. And I'm telling him what I learned. So we were both coming away with a different perspective, which I love. Also, once I got to the captain's area of the ship, there was actually a formal group talk and tour of that area. Going back to the ladders though, these ladders are serious. They're not for young kids. My 6-year-old was timid going up and down the ladders, and you can't really carry a kid up or down these ladders. So both kids and adults have to be ready, willing, and able to manage the ladders if you want to explore the whole ship. And it is hot. There is no air conditioning. It feels like a sauna. Not trying to discourage you from visiting. Really, I'm not. I really enjoyed our tour and walking the ship. I just want to warn you. I just want to make sure you know that if you come during the summertime, if you come when it's hot outside, definitely bring cold water because it's hotter in the ship than it even is outside. It's a competition going on and the ship is winning, believe it or not. Now, as you can imagine, since this is a naval museum, there are discounts for veterans and active duty out of uniform. Active duty in uniform is free. There's also discounts for seniors, AARP, and other discounts too, as well as membership packages. And I'll have the website link in the description box for all the details. On board the U.S.S. Orleck, there is also a gift shop where you can purchase toys, souvenirs, and apparel. Also, you can purchase the pictures that are taken when you first board the ship with the U.S.S. Orleck as the backdrop in the pictures. My cousin purchased her family pictures, and I thought they were really, really nice. So you can look at those and purchase those right outside the gift shop. Okay, so we will stay downtown for our second cool place to enjoy in Jacksonville, and that is Jesse Ball DuPont Park. This is a free activity, and this is the home of the beloved treaty oak. This massive, beautiful tree is over 70 feet tall with a 25-foot trunk circumference and is at least 2 centuries old. I have never ever seen a tree like this before. This is incredible. And this is our first time visiting this tree, and I hate to say it, if we weren't making these videos, I don't think we'd have made the effort to come down here and see this. We're all glad though that we're finally here, just taking in the beauty of this live oak tree. And this tree has quite the story. No surprise really for something that's been around for over 200 years. This tree was once part of Dixieland Amusement Park, a park that ran from 1907 to around 1917 based on what I've read. The park featured ostrich races, a 160-foot roller coaster, and a large merry-go-round, and even hosted a baseball game which included Babe Ruth and a concert by Philip Sousa, famous for composing many marches, including the Stars and Stripes Forever, the official national march of the United States. When this tree was under threat due to development, a journalist made up a story about a treaty being signed here by Native Americans and early settlers, hence the name Treaty Oak. This park is named in honor of Jesse Ball DuPont, who purchased the lot surrounding Treaty Oak to protect this astonishing tree and Jacksonville landmark, and then donated the land to the city as a public park. What an amazing story. I wouldn't expect any less from a tree with such stature and distinctiveness. We're going to leave downtown and move to the Mayport area, an area that borders the Atlantic Ocean and is home to one of the naval bases in Jacksonville, Naval Station Mayport, and also home to Jacksonville's first craft distillery, Gray Matter Distillery, our third cool place to enjoy here in Jacksonville. Gray Matter Distillery serves 3 specialty spirits, and London and I had the remarkable opportunity to speak with the co-founder and CEO, Paul Gray, to learn more about the company, the spirits, and the brand.
So Gray Matter Distillery was started in 2014, actually in Arlington, right outside of downtown Jacksonville. So the name Gray Matter comes from my last name, Gray, but also when I started this, I was a huge fan of the show Breaking Bad. And if you like the show a lot, you may notice that Walter White had a company called Gray Matter.
I have heard so much about that show and yet to watch it. Where are all the Breaking Bad fans at, by the way? Let me know in the comments. I love the name, love the logo. I love the uniqueness of each bottle. And it's all the same company, but each bottle has its own unique look. Let's learn some more about that.
And the goal from day one was to create different products with their own brands, and I really love drinking vodka. So my first thing I wanted to do was make a really great drinking vodka. So the first product we came out with, Carve, was the brainchild of what I wanted to be on a bottle. So when I moved to Jacksonville from Atlanta, the first thing I did was buy a surfboard, and I fell in love with surfing. So the product had to have a wave on the bottle. That was a big part of it. The name Carve is a surf term called, when you surf, you carve away. So that's where the name comes in and covers. So you carve your path is kind of what I've done in starting this business, is doing my own thing, carving my own path. So live oak whiskey is, I feel like every brand just has its own image. So I wanted to make a bottle that looked like a good whiskey. And that's where you get the tones, more of like a masculine look to it. And the name live oak actually comes from, I want to name it treaty oak whiskey, named after the treaty oak tree downtown in Jacksonville. But that name is already taken. So live oak whiskey because it's a live oak tree, and I just want to have the tree on the bottle. So I thought it was a cool look to it.
Yeah, we were just at that tree in this video. That was stop number 2, right before this one. Cool, right? Let's hear about the moonshine now.
This is Mayport moonshine, and this one is it's cool. It's actually real moonshine. We make this from scratch in house. It's going to taste and smell like moonshine. It has it's made from a blend of like sugars, molasses, barley, and the name Mayport moonshine is. This was actually the easiest to come up with because the carve took forever. Live oak took forever. This was like, oh, we're on Mayport Road. We're in Mayport. We want to like just put that on the bottle, and with the whole design, the label, my designer Ryan Newhouser is a brilliant guy. I told him the image, I was like, hey, I want something that's kind of like a 70s throwback that pays homage to the area. So that's why it's got this cool font, and we've got the shrimp boat on here because we make more shrimp and stuff. And it's really cool. And this is it's a fun product, and it has a lot of versatility.
So within those 3 spirits, there's a lot of variety and a whole lot of personality. Plus, there are more products on the way too, like flavored spirits and rum. Now let's have a taste of the live oak whiskey, Mayport moonshine, and carved vodka, starting with an old-fashioned, London's favorite. Did you notice that finishing touch with the signature, the logo on the eyes? That is so cool. I'm trying a skinny moonshine marg or margarita. I never had moonshine as a cocktail, so I'm curious how much or if I even will enjoy this at all. I feel reassured though because Paul is telling us now.
This seems really great because our moonshine kind of has some tequila elements to it. So when I'm done with it, it's going to taste like a regular margarita.
Well, I'm beyond curious now. I cannot wait to taste this. And after the first sip, I'm shocked how refreshing, how light, and how tasty this is. It's actually lighter and crisper, more refreshing than a margarita in my opinion. And I've had a lot of margaritas. This is the perfect summertime drink, a new favorite cocktail for me. Now you can get even deeper into the creation of a fine craft spirit by booking a tour at Grey Matter Distillery. Tours can be booked on the website, greymatterdistillery.com, and I will have the website link in the description box as well. The tours are at no charge, and during the tour, you'll learn about the copper handmade specialized stills that commence the process of creating spirits, the fermentation process, and the final step, bottling and labeling that is completed by hand. And then the bottles are available for consumption in retail. Fine carved vodka at ABC, Fine Wine and Spirits, Total Wine, and some Winn-Dixie locations. And of course, all of the products can be purchased here at the distillery, along with great apparel, hats, and glassware. If you're in the area, come in for trivia night, live music, a Jaguars watch party, or just any time and indulge in a drink at the bar or in this inviting and attractive lounge. Make sure you let us know what you tried too. We still have a little bit of ways to go before we get to try everything on the cocktail menu. It is time to eat, and therefore time for our 4th cool thing to do in Jacksonville, and that's Hangar Bay Cafe and Gallery. This is actually a recommendation from Paul Gray. After that last cocktail, the Grey Matter Martini, we started talking about how badly we need to eat. And Paul told us for the best fried chicken, this is where we need to go. So we are still in Mayport, right down the street from Grey Matter Distillery. You can see the cafe has a military theme. The gallery of Hangar Bay Cafe and Gallery is a display of Navy aircraft lithographs, photographs of Japan, and photographs of Navy memorabilia. The theming is a reflection of the owner's military experience, and you see that the theming is throughout the cafes, even on the tables as well. The cafe part of Hangar Bay Cafe and Gallery is where you can order fried chicken, Japanese ramen, and other comfort food. And here is the fried chicken I came for. Oh, it looks good. The look of fried chicken, the presentation is just as important as the taste, at least in my family. So I'm already impressed with the looks, and the taste, yes. Just like we were already told, it is delicious. I have a side of fried okra too to go with my chicken. And Wow, it is too good. There is such thing as too good. I'm going to add to Paul's recommendation, get the fried chicken and the fried okra, okay? You're welcome in advance. And as I already said, they have Japanese ramen too. London is trying the tonkatsu. Most of the reviews rave about the chicken, so London and I agree. If you're coming to Hangar Bay Cafe and Gallery, go for the chicken. And the okra. Don't miss the okra. We have yet another stop in Mayport, our 5th stop on our tour of cool places to enjoy in Jacksonville, and that is Kathryn Abbey Hanna Park. Kathryn Abbey Hanna Park, or Hanna Park for short, is a public beach as well as a city park. The beach is really popular with surfers because the Poles is located here. It's an area that has a reliable surf at any time of the year. In addition to the 1.5 miles of sandy beach, Hanna Park has over 20 miles of hiking and biking trails, as well as a campground, a 60-acre freshwater lake, a playground, splash park, and more. We've done an entire video exploring and having fun at Hanna Park, which we will add in the description box if you'd like to see more of this natural and beautiful park. As far as discounts, there are annual passes if you'll be frequenting this beautiful area regularly, and active duty military and veterans receive half off admission with valid ID. Along with the link of our full video at Hanna Park, I'll also have the website link in the description box for all of the details. It is time for our last spot number 6 here in Jacksonville, and we are at Floating Sea Aquatics on the south side of Jacksonville. Floating Sea Aquatics is a fish and reptile supply store, and you're probably wondering, why are we in a pet shop? Why would we be in Jacksonville and decide to visit a pet store? First, to answer your question, this is one of the largest aquatic stores in the nation. Secondly, when is the last time you've seen this in a pet store? Let's take a look around. There are rescue ponds. Around half of the store includes rescues. Meet Frank, an iguana that's been recently rescued. Here's Elvira, believed to be 21 years old. This young lady was a resident at Mayport Marine Science Education Center, a Duval County public school. She came into that school as a baby eel. Now look at Elvira now. She's all grown up. And speaking of grown up, here's a Burmese python, one of the largest snakes in the world. Now, right in the middle of the store, this is my daughter's favorite walkway, the glowfish area. No matter where she is heading in the store, she must pass through the glowfish passageway. And oh yeah, over there, that's a cafe. Yes, there's a cafe in the pet store. The cafe is slated to open in the next couple of weeks, and we're having a sampling today. Waffles of all different shapes, sizes, and sugar levels. Floating Sea Aquatics also hosts art classes just for a donation that goes toward the rescued animals. This is an event space as well. London recently attended an art exhibition here where they had live music, vendors, artists, a mermaid, and animals, of course. All were out enjoying the afternoon. So definitely check out Floating Sea Aquatics, whether you need something for your fish tank or more fish, maybe some glowfish or a reptile supplies, need to take the kids to an art class. There's so much that can be accomplished here. And I feel we've accomplished our mission in this video. That is 6 cool places to enjoy here in Jacksonville. Let us know what you think. Have you visited any of these spots? Do you plan to visit any, or would you like to? Did you see anything new? Anything that you didn't know was in Jacksonville and haven't seen previously? I would love to hear that. Which one do you feel is a must-see in Jacksonville, or do you have your own? Please feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts. And a third video in Jacksonville is already in the works. So please share, let us know what you think as well as what you know. And if you found this video helpful with your planning a day or longer stay in Jacksonville, hit the thumbs up button please and let us know that as well. Definitely join us next video because we're going to be checking out the beauty of Kanapaha Botanical Gardens. There are 68 acres in these beautiful gardens, and the gardens are comprised of plants, flowers, butterflies, hungry koi, and the giant Victoria water lilies, which are just absolutely gorgeous. So definitely subscribe if you yet to subscribe. Join us off the couch next Saturday, next video. We do this each and every Saturday as we explore the beautiful Kanapaha Botanical Gardens. Thank you so much for joining us here in Jacksonville and checking out 6 cool things to do, cool places to enjoy here in Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you for all the likes, shares, comments, feedback, suggestions. We appreciate it all. These videos would not be possible without you all joining us off the couch week after week. So thanks so much for all of the support, all of the feedback. And until next week, click on the video to see another one of our experiences. Thanks for watching.